What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here. Welcome into another episode of Career Mode. Today I'm going to be talking about some recently concluded games featuring, what a shot that is from Cook first up, it must be said, but featuring the South Africans and the English in the fourth test of their four-match test series and the second test between India and Sri Lanka. Now, I did have some batting to go with this video, however, somewhere or another it got corrupted, wasn't working, didn't work, which is a real shame because I don't want to say I batted well. I think I scored 23 off 17 before I got out in like I think it was the second to last over. But it's not terrible, but it's not good. But we're back in here, we're bowling anyway, and hopefully we can go and pick ourselves up some wickets. I think even some of the bowling got corrupted, I think. So this isn't originally where I was at. I think I bowled my first over. We got Cook out, run out, but obviously it didn't manage to go and save that there. So we're back anyway. We've bowled 5 off our first 4, which isn't terrible by any stretch of the imagination. Going to start off first with the India. There's a big thick edge there for Middlebrook. Going to start off first with the India-Sri Lanka series, which I think is a 3-match series, which is now basically wrapped up by India. In fact, it is wrapped up because I do remember reading somewhere that they have now won 8 test series in a row on the trot, whatever you want to say, which is a very impressive feat in itself, don't get me wrong. However, a lot of those games have been played at home, and a lot of them have been played against lesser opposition. So it'd be interesting to see that stat had they been... Are we still in the power play? I don't think we are, but I'm going to rock this field anyway, because it's probably one of the better fields. But, yeah, Jadeja, really, really good in that game. Ravi Ashwin, very, very good in that game. I think Pujara is continuing to impress. I think he is now... I think he's possibly tied for the quickest players to 5,000 test runs, 4,000 test runs, one of the two. I think he's tied with Dravid, possibly Tendulkar as well. So that's pretty good company to be in, to be fair. And I'm just going to bring the wicketkeeper up because this is something that I did in the last video. And I thought originally when you brought the keeper up in this game that it bring them right up to the stumps. But it's not the case. And you see little edges like that we get, we'll just be able to go and pounce on them quite well. I think Ajanta Rahane scored his 8th test century of his career. I believe his 6th overseas as well. So he's one of those guys, he's an all-condition guy really. And it's quite strange that he does better probably overseas rather than in the batter-friendly pitches of India. I guess it depends in India where you do play, because a lot of the pitches are very spinner-friendly as well. So you really... well, you get one or the other, I guess. You know, you either get an absolute road or you get a pitch that's turning sideways on day 2. So it does make it very tough to play on. Speaking of tough to play on, Middlebrook is struggling here. We've played him out for a maiden, which is bloody perfect. It's what we want to do, especially in this situation. We are very close to Essex on the table. I think we're only 1 point ahead of them. Sorry, 1 position ahead of them, or they're 1 position ahead of us. So I don't know what it is, but I love this power play field. I actually really, really like it. We've got some really good, especially with what we bowl, we've got some really good defensive players. We've got some players in areas that can possibly take catches like that. Bloody Brown absolutely creamed that. It almost carried to that man out at deep mid-wicket. Deep extra cover, sorry. I thought he was more deep mid-wicket, but man, oh man. For the second ball, he just absolutely creamed that. And there is another edge. So we have fine. This is Edge City right here, right now. But before we do run out of time, we will talk about the 4th and final test in the England-South Africa match, which went on. I think England batted first, managed to rock themselves up. Oh my God, edges bloody for days. Managed to grab themselves, I think, about 350. South Africa, in reply, were... I think they only made about 220, so England had a very good lead to start with in that first innings for the English. Bairstow, I believe, came about the 10th English player to be stuck on 99. I think when James Anderson came in, the number 11, I think he was only on about 50, so he put on a pretty good partnership with the tail ender, but missed out on that elusive milestone by just the 1 run. So unlucky to him. I was going to say, if we... Oh, you've got to be kidding me! I was going to say, if we get overthrows on there, there was no way that was going to be out. Thankfully, it is not going to go for a boundary, but still 2 runs, and that just absolutely bugs me to the days. That is so frustrating. That is really, really frustrating. So totally unneeded. There was no real chance of a run out. The keeper wasn't backing up, and man, oh man. I was going to say, he's bloody done it again. Whoever that man is, get him out of that position. Get him out of that point position and get him somewhere else. Bring on the sub-fielder for all I care. But I'm just trying to think really what else happened in that game. So Moeen Ali, I think, carried on his very fine form that he has been. Since he's dropped down to number 8, he's been very good with the bat, very good with the ball. And I think he scored better in the second innings, better than a runner ball 50. I think he scored about 75 off 66. Took 5 wickets in the final innings. So a lot of people are saying that he really is England's first choice spinner, and I would have to agree. I think I did talk about it in yesterday's video, just with the lineup that the English have got going on at the moment. I think definitely he is the guy, with Ben Stokes in the team as well, gives you really, really good balance. With Stokes at 6, Ali at 8, it means that you can play 3 out-and-out, seam bowlers up top, which is probably going to be James Anderson, Stuart Broad, and then one other. I think Roland Jones has done a pretty good job in this series. Excuse me, in this series as well. Obviously took that 5 for, I believe, on debut in game, I think that was the game 3 possibly, because South Africa won game 2. So yeah, he is a guy who probably I could see as that third seamer. There is a nice shot that has managed to go for 4. We have been unlucky today, it must be said. We have found the edge of the bat time and time again, but with the nature of 2020 cricket, you're just not going to have slips in that position there, and that is not at LBW. I think it actually probably came off the bat, but 89 needed off 49, and I do apologise, I am still a little bit sick. There's another one there, and I don't even know if we had a slip if that would have carried, to be fair, just because of the weakness of the shot, but I think it actually went probably a bit closer than we would have liked. We win by 6 runs, and after the effort we put on with the bat, I probably would have enjoyed a little bit more leeway there. Ryder scoring 50 not out at the end. Wheater with 45 off 24. As you can see, 23 off 17 there for Cliff. We don't pick up a wicket today, which is a shame, but we did manage to do our job with the ball. Only going for 13 runs. That included a maiden. So we were very, very economical when others did struggle. It is Mahamud. Got it right. And Kerrigan, not very happy with their performance in this game. But we did pick up wickets. We did enough in the end, and we grabbed a win. As I said, this is a very important game because there is only one position on the table separating these two teams, and heading into the back end of the season, which we're in now, we really do want to make sure that we are inside that top 4 because we definitely need to make semi-finals. We definitely need to make playoffs. That is the #1 goal. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this up here. Do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to leave a like. If you are new, please do subscribe. Until next time, guys, ka kite anoa. See you soon.